Hello and welcome to this week's Live Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. On this week's show I shall be chatting to the wonderful Tim and Tom from psychedelic prog rockers Something Orange. And we'll also be playing lots of homegrown music by local bands. Hello, I hope you're all well and having a great week. As you probably know, I was off poorly last week with a nasty stomach bug, but I'm back in the game. Okay, let's kick this week's show off with a little bit of Aphrodite and their latest Emotions.
Call me, cause I miss you. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Every night I lay awake for you. There ain't nobody else but you and me. If I'm going too fast, please just tell me. I got so many emotions. Emotions. We got something special. I hope that you feel it too. 'Cause baby, I got you, and you got me. So tell them you're mine. They can hear it through the grapevine. I got so many emotions. Emotions.
That was the wonderful sultry sounds of Aphrodite and Emotions. Fantastic stuff. We're now going to have a little bit of New Age Grace. I saw them at the weekend at the Western Park Festival. They were doing an acoustic set. Amazing vocals. And that was a fantastic festival, by the way. Western Park. It's in Western Park on the A47 in Leicester. Lots of really good bands there. Top quality bands. Stuff to do for kids, dog show, all the rest of that. Really good festival. Should be on again next year, and all for charity. So let's have a little bit of New Age Grace and Climbing the Walls, which was written, oddly enough, during the first lockdown. So it's Climbing the Walls.
I'm not sure how it started, pinpoint when I lost my mind, searching for something I can't find. Darkness holds me tightly, comes a raging storm inside, leaves me feeling nothing I can't hide. I'm not sure how it started, pinpoint when I lost my mind, searching for something I can't find. Darkness holds me tightly, comes a raging storm inside.
That was the wonderful New Age Grace and Climbing the Walls, a song written by and inspired by, well, written during and inspired by the first lockdown. Yeah. Okay, you can see New Age Grace this Saturday at 12 o'clock or sometime after 12 o'clock in the festival Rage Against Cancer at the Shed in the middle of sunny Leicester. So that's Saturday the 6th of August 2022. It's all for charity, Rage Against Cancer Festival. There's lots of bands playing there, including a New Age Grace. So here's Stevie Jones and Carmen.
Wind blows all around me. I hear voices in the trees calling through its branches, filling up my mind with memories. Come on, come back. Come on home to me. Shared a birthday with your boyfriend. Guess he was too much like me. I played a cameo with your breakup, but I was left an understudy. Come on, come back. Come on home to me. Can we wind the clock back? Come on. Lying in the arc of a street lamp, listening to the summer rain. I never felt so much love as those nights. Will I ever feel it again? Will I ever feel it again? Come on, come back. Come on home to me. Can we wind the clock back? Come on. Come on. Come on.
That was the wonderful Stevie Jones and Carmen. He's going to be playing this weekend. If anybody's around in sunny Northamptonshire, he's going to be playing Burton Latimer on Friday the 5th of August. That's at the Millennium Gardens. And on Saturday the 6th, he's going to be playing Chili Village in Northampton. So yeah, Stevie Jones, good lad. I spoke to him a few months ago, probably last year now, on this very show. Don't forget, if you want to listen to any previous shows or interviews, check out Music in Leicester's playlist, which is on the right of musicinleicester.co.uk. Meanwhile, I think it's time for Piston Slap and River. That was the wonderful Piston Slap and River. So now it's that time of the week where it's time for this week's interview. This week's extra special interview on Live, Local and Loud is with Tim and Tom from brand new psychedelic rockers Something Orange. Hello guys, how the devil are you today?
Hey,
hello,
Kevin.
We're all good. How are you?
Hey, I'm awesome. Thank you very much for joining us today on my little show. It's absolutely great to be chatting to. Right,
Yeah,
okay,
great
before we
to chat to you too.
so we know who's who, if you'd like to introduce yourselves and say what you do in the band, please.
Okay, I'm Tim, and I'm the lead songwriter, the lead singer, and the bassist in Something Orange.
And I am Tom, and I'm the drummer and do some backing vocals as well.
Excellent. And are there any more members of the band?
There is. We've not got Sam with us today. He's our guitarist, who's he's unfortunately not here today, but he's our guitarist and he does backing vocals as well.
Oh, excellent. I was going to say, you sound like a good threesome, don't you? Sam, Tim and Tom. Tim, Tom and Sam, something like that.
Rolls off the tongue.
Absolutely. We were very tempted to call it Sammit, but we didn't.
Call it what?
Sammit.
Sammit.
Tim, Tom, and it's got all of our some of our words in it. Was it Sammit? I can't remember.
Something like that.
Sam. Oh, okay. Speaking about names, okay, now, all right then. So Something Orange. Lovely, lovely, lovely name for a band. Why Orange?
Okay. So the name comes from essentially when we were starting to come up with the band and put it together. One of the things that you have to think about a little bit when it comes from a marketing point of view is the image of the band, what it looks like, and what ties you all together visually when you're on stage. And it's just one of those annoying things that you have to think about a little bit. And we thought about, maybe if we all had an item of clothing that was one colour. And so we came with the rule of, we'll all wear something orange. And then we just really liked that name. It was one of the many names we chose, and we all settled on it. But orange was the one, because some of the lyrical themes are a little bit sort of Eastern philosophy, a little from the sort of Taoist sort of ideas in there. And that's kind of associated a lot of the time with orange and yellow. So,
that's interesting. That's not the answer I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be something along the lines of, I don't know, you see your music as being sort of orange, because they say music has different sort of frequencies, don't they? And you can see it in terms of colours.
There's people who have synesthesia, isn't it?
That's what it's called.
People. There's lots of different types of synesthesia when sounds affect people's brain in a way that they actually see it in their or some people taste sound as well.
Crikey.
If people taste oranges when they hear our music,
there might be someone out there that tastes oranges.
Okay. And nice you've actually thought about that. Actually, I quite like that. So you are going to wear something orange then, are you?
I think it's not a steadfast rule. The name is more important than actually the rule itself. But I think at the moment we're going to try and wear something orange on stage.
Yeah. We're not today though, are we?
No, we're not. We're practicing. So. I'm in all black, as is Tom. Today we're something black.
Something black. Brilliant. Now, of course, all three of you have been in, and probably still are in, lots of different bands, really good bands as well. So what made this particular group of individuals, all three of you, get together to form this particular band at this particular time?
Well, I think it was during kind of lockdown. We were all missing doing our projects and our bands and stuff. And afterwards, Tim approached me and said, I want to make music again. For those that don't know, me and Tim used to be in a two-piece band together called Timus. We put an EP out. We used to gig around Leicester a lot. We missed doing it, but we wanted to, and I know Tim wanted to take it in a different direction and do something different, not just go, let's get Timus back together. So we decided we wanted to do a project together again. Tim had a bunch of songs he'd written over lockdown. And then he said to me, we should get some more members involved. I don't just want to be a two-piece again. Let's have a look. And I was in a band called The Surrealists, which is sadly we're not doing anything anymore. But Sam had joined us playing bass. And I said to Tim, like, Sam, we've known him for years anyway. We went to uni with him, and he's just such a established, incredible musician. And I said to him, I think Sam will be perfect. We were looking for a multi-instrumentalist as well. And I said, like, Sam's one of these people that can just pick up any instrument and play it well. So in both of our minds, as soon as I said it, I'm pretty sure you said, like, that's a great shout, great idea.
It was originally as well, we asked Sam to come on board, but we didn't decide. We weren't like, we would need a bassist or we need a guitarist, because I played guitar in Timus and I'm also a bassist. So we got Sam involved, who's also a guitarist and a bassist.
And a drummer.
And just sort of jammed until an instrument stuck a little bit. So he ended up on guitar and I ended up on bass.
Yeah. And originally, I think you were playing keys and he was playing bass. And we
were going to look for a guitarist.
Oh, okay. All right.
Decided that was the best way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can all sort of mix and match and swap and change instruments then, by the sounds of it.
Well, I mean, I can't, but
You Harry Potter on any instrument anyone gives you.
that is my talent. That is my talent. I can figure it out.
Now, tell me about the songwriting process then. Is that a shared duty or does one person do it? How does that happen?
So far, the songwriting process has been mostly down to me. A lot of the material that we're using is stuff that I've written before we started doing things properly, and stuff that I've written at home. It's a different songwriting process than I've used in the past, in that it's all done on piano initially. Everything written on a keyboard of some sort, working out the chords and a melody. But then they're brought up to Tom and Sam as a sort of initial idea, and then a rhythm forms and a feel forms out of the song itself. So it starts off as something that's very much, so far, things will change in future, I'm sure, but so far it's been very much, I come up with a song, the chords and a rough structure, and then bring it to the guys, and then it evolves a little bit further from there.
Okay. All right. So I presume you've only got one recorded song at the moment. Is that right?
Yes. That has been released first, which is, Monday the 1st, which is, as this airs, only a few days ago. It's out.
That's exciting. Okay, so you've only got one record. Have you got others? You've got others in the pipeline then, have you?
Oh, yes. We have indeed.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's play this one. Okay, let's play this one in a moment. So can you tell us what it's about and why the name, it's called Capsize, why the name Capsize and what the song's about? It's quite an the whole piece of music is quite an eclectic piece all put together in one song, and all 6 minutes of it as well. So it's quite an interesting little piece. How did it come about?
So the song is essentially, it's advice to someone who is struggling. Maybe they're going through a time of panic or anxiety and struggling with decisions in their life. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek advice, because it's essentially, you don't need to worry about things because your life is irrelevant and you're going to be dead one day. So just kind of go with the flow, trust the universe, and just crack on with life.
Right. And don't worry about things too much.
Don't worry about things too much. In fact, the track was originally called Don't Worry.
It was.
But we renamed it Capsize when Tom's partner, Robin, said she liked that word the moment. And it kind of explains what happens in the song as well. The capsize in the song is very much a moment of allowing your life to just tip over, and whatever happens, happens. But also the song itself in the middle kind of flips around from this quite soft Pink Floyd-y, David Bowie-ish song into a heavy hard rock riffy thing. And so it just felt like the right name to use.
It does, and I love it. Okay, so here's Capsize by Something Orange.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. The way we're going, you will see it's not the life it seems. You are just an animal, an ape that can't climb trees. And the truth is more than simply what you see. And one day you'll be dead. Just close your eyes and breathe in through your nose. Let your vessel capsize and know you'll float on your own. When your brain is bent on a paranoia thought, descent into your deepest, darkest theoretical embarrassment. moments. Remember that you don't exist and nothing here is real. And give your mind a proper chance to heal. 'Cause one day you'll be dead. Just close your eyes and breathe in through your nose. Let your vessel capsize and know you'll float on your
That was the debut radio appearance of Capsize by Something Orange. And I'm here chatting with Tim and Tom from the band. Wow. So it was just released on the 1st of August, which is pretty exciting. Are you having a single release gig at some point that you can talk about to celebrate?
We're not doing a single release gig, actually. We're yet to play any shows whatsoever. And we're hoping to release another single, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next couple of months. And then we'll be playing a show after that one.
Yeah, we wanted to get some music out first so people could hear what we were about. We could get a bit of a following and then start playing some shows on the back of having a few songs out, you know?
Yeah.
Because
I see. Talking about followings, I mean, you seem to have quite a significant following at the moment on your Facebook page, haven't you? How many likes have you got at the moment?
I think we're up to about 750 to 800,
like
yeah.
So for a new band, that's pretty good going. How'd you manage that then?
Yeah.
Well, it's a funny story. So, I mean, to start with, you know, we are kind of established musicians around the local area. Like you said earlier, we've been in many kind of bands and projects around the Leicester music scene for a while.
That's all three of us.
Yeah, me and Tim being in Timmus, Sam being in Scumbag Lion, and we were all part of like the music society at the MU. So we've always been quite active around here. But a couple of months ago, I went to go and see a Rammstein show in Coventry. And they have a little bit in the show where they do a bit of like a fan cam and have the cameras pointing around at people. And they just so happened to put the camera on me. I think I've got a bit of an individual look, shall we say, with the mullet and the mustache going on. I was wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and
Wow.
I was having a great time. I was on the barrier for a Rammstein show. It doesn't get much better than that, to be honest.
For like 35,000 people.
Yeah, and I was just cheering, having a great time. And all of a sudden, people just started cheering for me and booing when I wasn't on the screen. And it all just kind of came from that. And so on the night, I was like, this is really fun. A few people asked me for some photos after it. And I was like, that's cool. Yeah, you know. And then I got to bed quite late, woke up the next day to loads of messages from friends and family being like, we've seen you like kind of going a bit viral online. I just want to check, is this video and these photos of you? And I was like, yeah, oh my God, yeah, they are. It just kind of stemmed from there. And loads of people started following me on social media and actually was interested in what I was doing. And it just so happened, and I promise this wasn't planned, that we were launching the band's social media pages literally about 4 or 5 days after. I think the gig was on a Sunday or it was on a Thursday. It was on one of them.
The first one was the Thursday.
Yeah, and then we released the social media page on the Friday, and I invited a bunch of people to like it, forgetting a load of people who had followed me on Instagram and Facebook, and all of them were genuinely interested in what we're doing. They're following us, and they seem to be enjoying what we're putting out there.
Yeah. And
wow, that's a brilliant story. So, so I've
seen
big
comments we get from Rammstein fans, I think, on our social media.
Excellent, but do you think they'll be disappointed when they hear your music's nothing like Rammstein?
I mean,
they might unlike you and go somewhere else.
Yeah, we're not kind of metal like Rammstein, but we definitely have some elements.
We've got definitely a lot heavier parts of our music. Like, it's not industrial.
No. But like me, Tim and I, we have quite like in our kind of backgrounds, we do come from kind of like metal background. We grew up with a lot of music, a lot of
like you say, you can sort of hear it about halfway through that song. So
the influences are there definitely, but it's not. We don't sound like an industrial metal band, like Tim said.
No. So Tom, your picture then, I've seen it. It was actually on one of their huge screens in the auditorium. Is that right? In the Coventry Arena?
It was in like an open top like stadium. But and it's kind of raised. I don't know how many feet in the air, but many feet in the air. And there was like in the first show there was 35,000 people there. The second show there was 70,000 people there. They got me in again for the Cardiff show, and I got on the screen again.
Wow.
And thousands and thousands and thousands of people saw me and now kind of recognized me. I went to a festival a couple of weeks after that happened and was getting stopped for photos. Saw people. I started selling merchandise with like T-shirts with my face on. Saw people wearing them around like the campsite and stuff. It's all been quite mad, but a lot of fun.
And you've coined the phrase "mustache man."
Yeah, I did not coin that phrase. That's because no one knew who I was at the time when it first happened. I was just dubbed the Mustache Man, and that it kind of stuck. Yeah.
Ramstein's Mastock. So, of course, you're running of course, you own the shed these days. So,
Yes.
will your new mates at Ramstein be coming back for a little secret
Can you
gig?
imagine? I don't think we'd be able to fit all their pyrotechnics in. To be honest, I might do it if I'm ever at a point where I'm like, oh no, this isn't working. I don't know what to do. We'll be like, well, we'll get Ramstein in and burn it down.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Anyway, that's an absolutely brilliant story. Love it. Yeah, good. So you're riding off the back of that. That's absolutely brilliant. All right then. So what's your plans then? You're over the next so you pretty much the rest of the winter's going to be spent, or when the winter comes, you're going to be spent recording, you reckon, and maybe gigging early next year.
Yeah, we're trying to aim to do something, but for the end of this year. We want to do at least a show for the end of this year, because we do enjoy playing shows. We always have, and we don't want to be waiting around for too long. We've got some stuff in the works that we're hopefully going to be announcing in the next couple of weeks. So out for that. But yeah, we're definitely going to spend some time writing some more, recording some more. We do all of our recordings ourselves and mix, and like Tim does all the mixes, and we have one of our older uni lecturers master it for us called Robin Younger at K-Jam Studios. So we can get together quite frequently and record music, which is a lot of fun. We are going to get it out there soon to play some live shows.
It is just quite difficult at the moment, I think, for us to get together to do live shows themselves, because all three of us are from different places. We're all within an hour or so of Leicester, but I'm now near Burton-on-Trent and Sam's in Nottingham, and Tom doesn't drive. So it's a bit more difficult for us to all meet up and get together and do things.
But we kind of use the shed as our hub,
as our base.
We?
Yeah,
we have the shed as our base, and we rehearse in here. We do some things in here because I own a venue, so it'd be a shame to waste that space.
Absolutely. Now, you all sound like a very organised lot, and you've given some thought into lots of things, including your band name, etc. So have you got like a 5-year plan? That might be a bit optimistic. A 1-year plan? Have you got a 1-year plan, somewhere where you can see yourself in a year's time as a band?
Definitely. I think before the end of the year, start doing a few gigs. I'm hoping that we've got 3 singles out before the spring. And I'd really like to start doing some festivals in the summer next year.
Yeah, that is what we want to really aim for, is summer festivals, isn't it? And playing some good shows around here and around local cities, and getting our name out there a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. And playing some our ultimate aim, really, one of the reasons we got together with this project is we've always wanted to play some big shows. So I think 2, 3, 4, if we were going to go for a 5-year plan, it would be amazing to play some, as much as we love the small intimate shows where there's 30, 40, 50 people, and that's really our grassroots and our that's where it's the friendliest. We would love to be playing some big stages and some big shows at some point, and hope really that would happen. That was sort of 5-year thoughts. But at the same time, it's a journey, and you never know which way you're gonna go. And we're just going to be happy to be playing shows in front of people and releasing music that means something to people, I think.
Yeah. Excellent. Have you thought about having a word with your mates in Ramstein and seeing if you support them at a few gigs?
You never know. I mean,
might be an interesting support slot.
They do have fairly interesting sports slots, to be fair. When I saw them, they had 2 women from, I believe they were French, and they were like dual piano players, covering songs.
There you go.
And maybe we need to learn some Rammstein songs, and we might be able to get on the bill.
I'm down for something orange Rammstein cover, as long as we can psych it up a little bit.
Or just keep it as it is. Sounds like they're into contrasting. So as you say, if there's a keyboard players, if they were supporting them, then they might like a bit of your sort of Pink Floydy, rocky sort of stuff going on as well.
Yeah, well do.
Interesting. Nice one. Okay, so how can people watch this space and keep up to date with what you're up to?
So we're on all the socials. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're even on TikTok.
We're not on Twitter.
We're not on Twitter. We don't use it that much, but we can set one up. But if we do, everything is Something Orange Band, all one word. That's our username everywhere. You can check us out on Spotify as well. Just search Something Orange, and we're there. There's no other bands with names like us, so it comes up right at the top, which is nice. So yeah, everything you want to find us on, just search Something Orange Band. We are there.
Brilliant. Including, I've noticed you've done a few little videos and stuff, haven't you? Have you actually got a video for your new song or not? Or are you going to?
No, we've not. We really would love to do a video, but time and funds really dictates that currently we can't. It's something in the future, but in the meantime, we're having quite a lot of fun just making stupid little videos of ourselves playing and lip syncing and just kind of messing around with the ideas in the song and making some videos that people can watch that sort of displays the song itself, but also that we can have a little bit of fun with.
Because I've watched the ones I've seen, they do seem quite good actually. I quite enjoyed watching them. As well, I remember one with, I think you were sat on your kitchen floor or something, Tim. Doing
if you look carefully in the microwave, you will see a reflection of my partner Robin in there because she was filming it for us because I didn't have a steady enough hand.
Right, excellent. All right, then I'll keep out for that. I'll watch it again and keep out for that.
Yeah. Just look in the microwave, you'll see her. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for spending the time chatting with me today. It's been great finding out about the new band, which is brilliant. And so your new single that we just played earlier, that's for release. Can people get hold of that on your Facebook page, etc.?
Yeah, Facebook. We've shown it on Instagram, but you can search it up on Spotify. On the Instagram in our bio, there's a link there that you can click on and it will tell you everywhere where it is so you can go and listen to it.
Yeah. It should be on forms soon, right?
Especially when this goes out, it should be on all of them.
Okay, it should be, by the time this is aired, it should be on all major platforms.
Brilliant. And I hope I hope to see you at a gig, hopefully in the not too distant future. That would be great around Christmas time. That would be lovely. So
it's crossed autumn.
Autumn. Okay. All right then. Okay. So thank you very much, guys. And yes, I'll see you soon. That was me chatting to the wonderful Tim and Tom from Something Orange. Let's have a little bit of Ruth Miller and Poe. Of course, Ruth Miller is now in the Verinos, local punk band. But here's her in her previous life when she was in Poe and Look for the Holes.
Look for the holes in your life where the fishermen are sitting rotting. I've grown, oh how I've grown. So goodbye, so goodbye. I'm not the nurse that you crave, with a pocket full of soothing potions. I'm brave, I'm not your slave. So goodbye, so goodbye. Some people cling to the past like a very hungry little puppy. I know I won't be the last. So goodbye, so think of the good times we had, and you never ever ever hate me. Be sad, please don't get mad.
That was the wonderful Poe and Look for the Holes. By Poe, I mean P-O exclamation mark, if you want to find them on Facebook. To finish off this week's show, let's have a little bit of Prime and one of their last singles they wrote before they split up. It's Prime, Jeff Took a Trip. That was the wonderful Prime and Jeff Took a Trip. That brings us to the end of another live Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, if you want to listen to any of our previous interviews or previous shows, check out musicinleicester.co.uk and you'll see a handy YouTube playlist on the right hand side. Also, doubly don't forget that if you want to see what gigs are on in the near future in sunny Leicestershire, you can check out our handy gig guide in musicinleicester.co.uk. I'll see you here next Thursday at 5 o'clock on Hermitage FM. Do have a great week and look after yourselves.